Hello and welcome to One Cut. I'm your host, Amber Wisman, and with me today is Brieanna Mangette. Hi Brieanna.
Hello.
So can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm 20 years old. I'm a music business major and I'm a junior and I love writing music and I'm hoping to eventually write music professionally.
And what drew you to the music industry?
A big inspiration is definitely my dad. He was a musician and a percussionist in the Air Force for 20 years, and just seeing him play, it really, he was the reason I got into music in the first place, since he encouraged me to join band in 6th grade. And kind of watching him play every year, especially for the Christmas concerts, the huge Air Force Christmas concerts they had, it kind of made me realize I don't think I can, it'd be hard to imagine life without playing and writing music.
And so we are going to show a little clip of you performing, but before we do that, can you tell me a little bit about why you chose to do this piece?
Well, this is a piece I've written myself for marimba, and I guess part of the reason I chose to play it is it's a piece I've been kind of sort of working on since high school, since about, senior year of high school, but I never fully actualized it until this year, and I've always wanted like a very nice professional film and audio recording of something I've written, and this seemed like the perfect opportunity for that.
And is there any meaning to this piece?
I suppose so. It's supposed to express the 5 different emotions that not necessarily sum up my human experience, but kind of like they're very strong emotions that I've experienced, which is joy, fear, anger, depression, and hope.
And what made you want to make your own piece?
To be honest, I love writing music. It's very fun, it's very enjoyable, and it's kind of a very good way to express myself in a lot of cases, especially since not always the best at words and at speaking, so music is a perfect way to do that. Yeah.
Right. So we actually have this clip right here, and let's take a look at that.
All right.
Wow, that was great.
Thank you.
So, as you can see there, you were playing the marimba.
hmm
How long have you been playing marimba?
Um, I guess since about high school, which I think is like 7 years now.
What made you want to start playing this instrument?
Well, part of it is when you become a percussionist, which I became a percussionist in 6th grade. You have to learn almost all of the instruments. Well, not all, necessarily almost all, but marimba is kind of one of those basic instruments that you need to learn as a percussionist. But it's also just, I also chose to write a solo for it because it's just a lot of fun to play, especially when you get the 4-mallet thing going on.
So, in the middle of that song, I noticed that there was some lighting changes. Was there any reason for that?
Well, I figured it had 5 very different moods based on 5 very different emotions. It'd be good to have some lighting changes to kind of reflect that, to show that visually as well.
So, what goes into developing a piece based on emotions?
Some of it is I kind of looked at in the nature of the emotion and like my experience with it. Like with anger, I tried to make that kind of violent because even if you're not actually getting violent, it's always a very harsh and violent emotion for me. And then with like joy, some of it I did pick out melodies and pieces from other songs I've written. And with joy especially, I've written pieces like for my family members. And I took melodies from things I've written for them. Like the beginning part was from a song I wrote for my little sister, and the rest of it kind of pieced together from songs I've written for my parents. And most of it is just kind of like finding the core of it, especially like with fear. It's always for me very panicky, and I tried to convey that panic through some fast notes, some runs, and a lot of things like that.
So, how did you choose what order each emotion would be in the song?
To be completely honest, I don't think I thought about it too much. It just felt very natural for it to flow like that, especially for like anger into depression, because whenever I get angry, it usually doesn't last too long. It kind of it eventually kind of fizzles into that kind of more empty depression feeling, and I know that's part of the reason those two are next to each other. And I guess it also kind of, I thought it'd be nice to sandwich all the negative stuff in between some positivity.
Right. So, if anyone here wants to see you, do you have any performances coming up where we can go and watch you play?
In a few weeks at Warehouse 2565, we're doing a jazz performance, a jazz and commercial combo. And then I think sometime in like mid-November, there's also a percussion ensemble performance that I'll be in. And that also, there's a clinic that day as well, and it's a whole deal if you'd like to actually learn some things about percussion.
Nice. Is there anywhere else we could find some more music of yours?
I'm not sure. I plan on starting to post this stuff on YouTube soon, so I'll probably, under my name, Brieanna Mangette, you can, if you look that up, maybe you'll find me. And I am going to make a website hopefully soon. I'm just not sure when, because I'm still a little bit hesitant about showing all this off.
So, do you play any other instruments?
Yeah, there's also snare drum and timpani, which those are a lot of fun. And then there's xylophone and vibraphone, were very similar. Those are kind of all in the percussion family. I also can play a little bit of piano, but I wouldn't want to perform with it because it's not very strong yet.
So, do you plan on pursuing music in the future with your career?
Yes, I want to. The dream situation would just be able to write and sell my pieces through sheet music or MP3s, but another possibility that I would really love to be in is like film scoring or video game scoring. That's pretty fun to do as well.
Right. So, do you have any advice for kids who want to pursue a career in music?
Practice. So just get into it, pick an instrument that's fun to do, and just practice. And make sure you're practicing well, but also don't overwork yourself. Sleep is very important. But yeah.
Right. So, you are also in the marching band.
Yes.
Can you tell me a bit about that?
Maverick Stampede, it's a lot of fun to do. There's a lot of different opportunities within there. It can help build your career, and it definitely helps with the work ethic. with all the rehearsal and preparation and memorization that we have to do with that. I specifically play crash cymbals, which is a lot of fun because we get to do, not only do we get to crash things really loud, which is great, we also get to do like a lot of flips, and there's a lot more sounds you can get out of crash cymbal than you think would be possible. Like there's zings, there's things where you scrape it against each other, a kind of like a hi-hat sound.
So with homecoming, that just happened, and that was a very big performance for you guys. Did that take a lot of preparation?
Yeah, that took a lot. Well, a lot of it is our whole season. We practice a lot of the same things to perfect it. And that's not like we're redundantly practicing things we already know. It's just it takes a long time to take everything we have and get it to its best form. And so you could say we were preparing for homecoming since August, even though we had games and gigs and stuff like that on the way in between. It was all the same things that we were practicing just to make it as perfect as possible for that day.
And what about the parade?
That was pretty fun. That one we do look, it is a bit more casual since we like to have a bit more fun with that one. Usually like a couple rehearsals beforehand we'll kind of march around with the songs that we have to get ready for that.
Okay. So is there anything else you'd like to add for the viewers? Anything you want to say to them?
Mostly that I hope you enjoyed my piece. I worked really hard on it, and it was a lot of fun to make and learn and play. And also, if you want to get into music, there's no time like the present.
Hey, thank you so much for being with us today, Brieanna.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching. My name is Amber Wisman with Brieanna here today. Please join us next time, and thank you for watching.